Hi everyone. Okay, so this is the final part of chapter 3 where we look at immobilized enzyme. So the learning outcome for this subtopic, we want to investigate the difference in activity between an enzyme immobilized in alginate and the same enzyme free in the solution. And we have to look at the advantages of using immobilized enzymes. All right. Okay, so let us start now. So we can see that the two graph here, one is indicates the free enzyme. Another one indicates, immobilized enzyme. All right. So with reference figure 3.5.1.1, compare the results, activity when free in the solution and when immobilized, right? Okay, so in this case, we just need to describe the result without the, we don't need to provide the explanation, okay? So both enzymes show an increase in activity up to a peak followed by a decrease. Why? Because when you compare, we need to show the similarity. So what are the similarities in this case? So basically, you can see that both of them show an increase and then decreasing trends, right? So therefore, we say that both enzymes show an increase in activity up to a peak followed by a decrease. Okay, and both enzymes remain active over the range of the temperature tested, right? Specifically between 20 degrees Celsius and 55 degrees Celsius. So let's look at the graph here. Even though at the lower temperature and the higher temperature in this case, all of them didn't show, right? None of these enzymes shows zero activities, right? So yeah, we can claim that both of them remain active, right? Okay. However, you can see that free enzyme has a lower optimum temperature for maximum activity. Okay, so in this case, you can see that the maximum activity. So the immobilized enzyme actually show higher, optimum temperature. But again, in this mark scheme, they allowed the words optimum temperature. But I disagree in this case because we wouldn't know that. Okay, what is the maximum what is the optimum temperature in this context, okay? Or this one can actually imply that, okay? Because I didn't quote any optimum temperature current in this value, I didn't quote any, but based on the graph, we will know that, okay? Generally, okay, immobilized enzyme will have the higher optimum temperature. Okay, so the temperature at which the free enzyme reach the maximum activity is 37 degrees Celsius. I don't say optimum temperature, while the immobilized enzyme reaches its maximum activity at 46 degrees Celsius. Between 20 and 39 degrees Celsius, activity of free enzyme is higher. Between 39 degrees Celsius to 55 degrees Celsius, activity of free enzyme is lower than the immobilized enzyme. Okay, so again, for the optimum temperature here, don't quote any values, yeah? Okay, don't put it here like this. This is the optimum temperature, this is optimum temperature, this is wrong. Okay, why? Because, okay, the activity is not 100%. Okay, it's just arbitrary unit in this case. Now, in this case, yes, you can see that hundreds, right? So the commercial products, like productions of high fructose corn syrup use immobilized glucose isomerase. Okay, you can see that we have the immobilized glucose and glucose isomerase at different pH. So we reference the figure 3.5.1.2 again describes the differences. So the maximum activity occurs at the lower pH for the free enzyme pH 7.5, you need to quote the data compared to the immobilized enzyme at pH 8.5. In this case, you can actually say the optimum pH. Okay, so the free enzyme has higher activity at pH 6 to pH 8. You can see that. So this pH 8. So free enzyme will have higher activity. However, above pH 8, the free enzyme show lower activity at pH 8 to pH 9. Can you see that? We do not need to mention about the reason. Okay, so there are many advantages of using immobilized enzyme in industry. So we need two. Okay, you can give more than two as long as you don't contradict your answer, right? So immobilized enzyme can be used at higher temperature to obtain more product. Immobilized enzyme do not denature easily as a free enzyme when the temperature increase or pH deviation of pH. Okay, immobilized enzyme can be reused, making them more cost effective for a repeated reaction. And the enzyme does not contaminate the product, so the final product remains pure. And in this case, we do not need to purify the product because it will actually cost or increase the cost. Yeah. So yes, with this we have done for the chapter 3, part 5. Okay. So stay tuned for chapter 4.